just moved into the brand new Bugzy CoupleCast studio.
And this is the very first episode of Love, Lies, and Logic.
We're here to break down real relationship issues with honesty and style.
Hold on, Malcolm. I need to touch up my makeup.
Let's get started.
All right, before we start, let me ask a dangerous question. Here we go, guys.
Do we get a say if you should go ahead and ask or not? Go on, Valentine.
Dangerous or not, ask it. This is a podcast, not Sunday school. We can handle the heat. Why do people say they want honesty in relationships, but get upset when they actually hear the truth?
Because truth requires emotional maturity, and not everyone is ready for that conversation.
Well, tonight, we're having it anyway.
Welcome to Love, Lies, and Logic,
The lounge where we talk about dating, marriage, heartbreak,
and the psychology behind love. Welcome to the conversation. Tonight's topic is a big one. Why does your partner sometimes feel like they don't get you? Why do people who love each other still feel misunderstood?
Yes, people think their partner should just know what they need. The idea that love is all you need is a lie. You need logic too.
Exactly. Without logic, it's just chaos. Balance is key.
But isn't that balance the real lie? Passion can't be logical framework to last, though. Because people assume love equals mind reading. Let me tell you something. I was married for 8 years. 8. And my ex-husband still didn't know how I like my tea.
You don't know how I like my tea after 8 years? That's actually grounds for divorce.
Guys, here's something I think about a lot. People don't just speak different languages culturally, they also speak different emotional languages. Explain that. Some people show love through words, acts of service, physical affection, protection, and time.
If your partner expresses love differently than you receive it, you might feel unseen.
Exactly.
Some guys think paying the rent equals emotional connection. For some women, it actually does.
Wait, seriously? That's wild.
Hey, don't knock it. So what's the biggest difference?
Let's be honest. Men and women communicate very differently. I agree. Men tend to communicate solutions. Women communicate feelings.
Yes. If I tell a man about a problem, don't fix it immediately. Just listen first.
As men, we think fixing it is caring.
But sometimes we just want sympathy, not a PowerPoint presentation.
I think one hidden rule of relationships is unspoken expectations. I think people create rules in their head that their partner never agreed to. I agree with you. Like, for example, if they love me, they would do this.
That's so true. Meanwhile, the partner has no idea.
This is why relationships feel like emotional escape rooms.
Exactly. And it's so frustrating. It's all about the clues. Let's ask the uncomfortable question for a moment.
When people say my partner doesn't get me, are they really saying they feel misunderstood? Or are they actually frustrated because their partner refuses to change?
Honestly, Valentine, I think it's often the second one, what Harold said.
Exactly. A lot of people say they want to be understood, but what they really want is for the other person to behave differently. They know what you want. They just don't agree with it.
And that's a very important distinction.
Feeling misunderstood is painful, but realizing someone understands you and still chooses differently can be even harder to accept.
Let me be honest. When I was married, I thought my husband didn't understand me. But later I realized I never slowed down enough to explain myself calmly.
That's a powerful realization, Stacey. I believe marriage teaches humility.
And dating teaches patience.
Being single teaches observation. So maybe connection really comes down to 3 things: communication, curiosity, and patience.
Because let's be honest, relationships are basically two confused people trying not to annoy each other before bedtime.
And accountability. Someone has to admit when they're wrong, preferably the other person.
And listening. Actual listening. Not waiting for your turn to talk, listening. So guys, earlier we asked viewers, when did you realize your partner didn't understand you?
I read earlier before coming on set, one comment said, my boyfriend tried to cheer me up by buying pizza when I said I needed space.
To be fair, pizza does solve many emotional crises.
No, not that one. Space means space.
All right, but you can't deny it's a comfort.
Comfort or not, it's no replacement for real talk.
Yeah, but men hear space and their brain translates it to deliver snacks immediately.
That's too accurate. Guilty as charged.
Every single time.
All right, one last question. What's one rule people should remember about connection?
Say what you mean. No one's a mind reader, except maybe mothers.
For me, I am going back to listening. Just listen and do it without preparing your comeback.
And stop dating people you secretly hope to renovate. They're partners, not DIY projects.
I'll add this as well. Connection grows when people stay curious about each other. And remember, curiosity keeps the heart open.
Yes, Malcolm, absolutely right.
That's it for today's conversation. Thanks for joining us on Love, Lies, and Logic, brought to you by Bugzy's CoupleCast YouTube channel.
If you enjoyed this chaos disguised as wisdom, drop your thoughts in the comments.
Tell us the biggest misunderstanding you've had in a relationship. We're ready for the drama.
We might read it in the next episode. And don't forget to subscribe to Bugzy's CoupleCast YouTube channel.
My name is Stacey Nwosu.
I am Malcolm Olawale. My name is Harold Abukar.
And I am Valentine Rosewood.
This has been Love, Lies, and Logic. Until next time, take care of your heart.